The first damage that was done was kind of over in this area.
The LaVales woke up one morning to find their lawn torn up with holes up to 10 inches deep.
It was like a mini bulldozer. I couldn't believe it.
And it appeared that there had been some vandalism.
Irving police responded, then animal control. An officer found this hoof print that confirmed it was not vandals who were to blame.
It was, in fact, hogs.
Okay, so y'all live in the middle of one of the biggest metropolitan areas in the country, and you find out you have wild hogs in your neighborhood.
Well, it's the last thing you'd think would damage your yard.
The hogs came back 2 more times.
This is the area up there by the house. That was the third time that they hit. They had gone so deep that they had destroyed an area of the sprinkler system.
Irving Animal Services started investigating. This is some of the first video officers captured in October. They were surprised by what they saw: huge, mature pigs and many newborns running wild.
We did an assessment. That's where we discovered, hey, we don't only have 10 pigs. We recognized the magnitude of the problem, so we stepped up our capture techniques.
Wild pigs have been living here along the Trinity River for as long as anyone can remember. So what made them just recently start charging into neighborhoods? Overpopulation may be one reason. Another may be the weather. After storms last fall, the river level rose and the pigs sought higher ground.
That's our theory, and then when the river receded and it got good in there, they didn't want to give up their new hunting grounds.
So Animal Services set up small traps on land near the river. Baited with corn, they can work well to capture smaller pigs like these. But the bigger hogs,
they just move the traps around to get to the corn, you know? They're that smart, just shove it around.
Animal Services needed a bigger trap. Crews built this one.
This is our main, our permanent hog trap where you catch multiple ones at a time. And it's triggered off of some cables that we have inside there. So they go in to eat some corn and hit with a cable, and it shuts the door behind them there.
This trap has captured more than 20 pigs at a time. The traps are necessary because
they have no natural predators. Only the little bittiest ones, the little small ones, can be prey for coyotes. And once the pig gets above 30 pounds, there's nothing gonna prey on them, nothing gonna eat them.
Look at what we saw when we checked out the trap a couple of weeks ago.
This weigh-in is the biggest one we've caught to date.
This boar was later weighed and came in at 329 pounds.
So he might be the granddaddy of what's been happening. He's used to ruling the roost.
Even though he made it in the trap, it proved to be a challenge to get him out. The animals are generally afraid of humans, so we moved around the trap to drive him toward the trailer.
It's not an exact science. Hip, hip.
Irving Animal Services has gotten offers from hunters to help control the pig population, but hunting is illegal in the city. After some prodding, this boar heads for the trailer.
Get the gate, Ryan, get the gate.
This boar and the other wild pigs captured in the city are sent to a meat processing plant following state guidelines.
The recommended procedure is that the animals be euthanized or destroyed.
And if we do not do more to mitigate the number of hogs in this state, we will have a continual growing problem.
The state of Texas says feral hogs cause about $400 million in damage each year.
There are very few counties in the state that do not have some form of remnant of hog populations, and where hogs occur, damage occurs.
Researchers say the animals can contribute to the spread of E. coli and are predators of valuable species. So the state launched a campaign to get rid of them.
The goal is, if we will do this statewide on a targeted, time-specific basis, there'll be no place for them to hide, and we really can get the hog out of Texas.
In fact, far out of Texas. Some of the meat is exported to Europe. Money raised from selling it is donated to the city's Animal Assistance Fund. That money helps pay for surgery that can save the lives of sick dogs and cats and help pet owners who are struggling.
It could be we offer some Irving guys, we'll help spay your animals, or treat your heartworm.
Irving Animal Services has captured about 200 feral pigs so far.
Since we first started, we've really improved our technique.
Even so, officers know there are still many more out there, angry and stubborn. They will continue to set out traps.
It'll be something that you do the rest of your career. They do breed really well, and they have a high survival rate in the young. They have a very nice amount of water in the Trinity River coming through.
The city's response has been proactive from the very beginning.
As their grass begins to grow back, the LaVales can see the difference Animal Services is making.
I think they have the upper hand.
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The LaVales haven't seen a pig on their lawn in about 2 months.
We still have a propensity to check just about every night. If I'm going down the hall or something, I'll look out to see if, well, have we been visited again?
They repaired some costly damage, but now have a sense of humor about their encounter with wild hogs.
I mean, if I could only have an armadillo or a possum now, I would be so thankful.